Hello everybody, Curran Murphy here again from Custom Audio Mutation. So I've been posting some pictures of this amp, the CAM842, that I've been working on for a couple of days. And this is the original 2-channel amp that I built and offered. When I started the company, I had the CAM850M, which was the single channel high gain, and this was a dual channel, but the gain channel, the distortion channel, is actually a bit more of a rock and roll thing. Not as much gain, not the same kind of saturation as the CAM850M. And then after I figured out the channel switching stuff and what I liked, I started making the CAM850M2, which had the gain channel of the 850M with a clean channel that I really liked. And this always kind of sat in a prototype status. I did build and sell one to one of my first customers out in New Jersey. And the interesting thing about this amp is it's a 100-watt Marshall style transformer, power transformer, a plexi style choke, and a JTM 45 style output transformer. So technically only a 45-watt transformer with a very stiff secondary, 8K. All the kind of standard stuff that I really like about that I need for my amps is in this. So I've got a clean channel, distortion channel, master, solo, presence control, separated solo boost and clean channel switching. Just a simple switch if you don't have the foot switch. Input jack, all of it mounted on the front. Full buffered tube effects loop out of the back. And back on the back of the chassis, biasing test point, so you can bias your amp very simply without having to lift it out of the head shell or anything. The other fun thing I did with this amp was I built it with 2 KT88s instead of EL34s. So a wholly different kind of weird thing going on here. And it's loud as all get out. So why don't we adventure and see what happens. So while this bad bear heats up, I'm going to start on the clean channel. So all the controls are at high noon. There's the clean gain, clean treble, clean mid, or tone control as I call it, clean bass, and that feeds right into the master volume. So it's different from the 850M2, which has no mid control and a master volume for the clean channel. So it's also a different tube configuration than the 850M2. And you can really get that little out of tune, sorry. So all of that our clean channel. Really pretty darn powerful and flexible, lots of good tone. Now let's go to the fun thing, the distortion channel. It's so loud. KT88s, man. channel. That's at high noon on the gain. I feel like this has a really smooth, kind of chocolatey rock sound right out of the gate. I'm going to attribute that to the output transformer. Tons of gain on tap. Again, that's all at high noon. And then my phone is making some extra noise in there. Cool. So that's still with the gain at high noon, scooped out some mid. The presence control is a little bit different from the 850M2. This pushes a little more upper mid, just a couple different parts in there to do that. Loud as all get out. I want to push the gain even harder. And but I mean, there's so much gain. It's too much for me, which is awesome. But that's something I really wanted to do and have on this amp. Was more distortion than I would ever need, but maybe somebody else wants it. So a nice big mid-range tone that you can scoop out real easy. Went into that 6th position on the switch. So that's the CAM842. I really, really like what this amp is doing, how it's sounding. It's very cool. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Just figured I'd kind of show it off. There's some other little tweaks I'm going to do to it. I want to try and quiet down the heater noise. it's using the standard kind of tube heater filament supply, so it is adding a little bit of shh in the distortion channel. But again, when you're pushing this much gain, you know, you're gonna kind of get some shh and noise. But luckily, everything else about it's really, really nice and really, really quiet, and I'm very happy with how it came out. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with everybody.